Yo! Back again with another My Team video. And 2K, you know, we are close to season 4. It's right around the corner, as you can see. And we might be seeing a new trophy case cards. We might just be seeing new ones. So I thought, let me try to predict the new ones that might come out soon. We might see a My Team. So I'm gonna have 2 split parts. Next week I'll come out with West is left in the season currently. So part 1 will be today. I'm gonna give out the East players who I think's gonna come out, and then next week it'll be the West players. And I'll tell who the reward I think is gonna be, and yeah. So we're gonna hop right into it right now. Starting off with the Atlantic Division. I think personally the first player that it will be is right here. Let me make sure pop it up. Kenyon Martin. I think Kenyon Martin will represent the Nets. He already got a duo to Pink Diamond, but I can see him easily throwing. I don't know if these cards would be Pink Diamond or Opal for the Trophy Case Part 2. I don't know how that will work, but assuming that they are going to do it again, like I don't see them just dropping the concept. They could. They might. It's just speculation. So I think for starting off part 2, I personally think Kenyon Martin will be the reward card. So I'm gonna go with Kenyon Martin for the Raptors. Did I just say for the Raptors? I mean for the Nets. Excuse me. For the Raptors, I'm predicting right now, as you can see, where is Jalen Rose is my first one. Cause you can see, like, he got a season 3 like Ice and Fire, but he has only a Sapphire card, which means it's a high chance he might see another card soon. He could actually be the reward to the set as possible, but I think he will be in the reward card. He's Jalen Rose. I mean, there's a lot of tall point guards, so it wouldn't be a big deal if he got a card. So I'm gonna say Jalen Rose is my prediction. My secondary prediction for I have a couple secondary in case like it's not the case, and my next prediction will be Kyle Lowry. Why is not popping up? Kyle Lowry. Okay, I don't know why that's not popping up. Kyle Lowry is a 94 overall. I can see him easily giving him an opal. You know, they threw us Allen Iverson the trophy case, so I can obviously see another short point guard being there. And he came out in November, so that means the next card be in January. It's a possibility. Like, I feel like they both are really possible for the trophy case reward. And next up, we did Raptors, Nets, Celtics. I'm going with, like I said, I might list 2 out for some of them. I think Bill Sherman's a possibility. He hasn't gotten a card all year. And Bill Sherman, when did he get a card last year? He got a card in March. I can see Bill Sherman being a reward card. He's only a 6'1" point guard, so he wouldn't be like all that good really. So, you know, and he would have his release on quick. He's a random player, but actually, I think he's on normal rosters actually, so I don't think he would actually. But he hasn't gotten a card yet. I can just see it right now. And my next prediction would be Jay Crowder. Does he even gotten a card this year? I don't even know if he has a card yet. But Jay Crowder's another prediction. He hasn't even... No, Jay Crowder does have a card. He only has a gold card. He's on the Suns, but I mean, all-time version. He always get a card on the Celtics. So I can see a prediction where Jay Crowder is... It could be Bill Sherman or Jay Crowder. That's my prediction. Next up for the Sixers, I'm going with Moses Malone. He always gets a reward card. Like, 2K loves to throw reward cards at Moses Malone. So I'm going to go for him for Sixers, and I can easily see him being a reward card. He could possibly be the reward card for the whole Atlantic Division, but I mean, possible. But right now, that I'm going to say Galaxy Opal or I don't know if these gonna be Galaxy Opals or these would be Pink Diamonds. I'm not really sure. Next up, I'd be surprised. I'm going with Stephen Marbury. Because 2K did give us a lot of dunkers like Derrick Rose, like Westbrook. It would be wild to give us Marbury, Pink Diamond Marbury, and he would be really, really good. But he's a 6'3 guard. You have good defense. Probably a higher driving dunk. And he would probably be similar, but probably some, like, he'll be able to get every shooting badge. I think this art for a 6'3 point guard would be insane. So I'm predicting Stephen Marbury for the reward. And then for the reward set for the Atlantic, I am going with, wait, did I forget the Knicks? Did I forget the Knicks? I did no, Stephen Marbury be the Knicks. Okay, we did it right. I'm predicting Dolph for next season. Like, Dolph hasn't gotten a card yet. He is on normal roster, so he's in the game at least. And his name pops up when you search the auction house. He hasn't gotten a card. And he got a card in March last year. He even got a Pink Diamond in October. So to see him not get a card yet, I think he has to be due soon. And I can see him being the reward for the Atlantic Division. Kind of like Ewing, like an old player. You know, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense for me. I personally makes a lot of sense for him to be the reward. Now we're going to Central. Isaiah Thomas. I mean, all he got is a diamond card this year, so possible is like he only got a diamond card. He came out in October. He can easily get a pink diamond or galaxy opal card, whatever they want to decide. Trophy case part 2 are. They might get like 20 badges. And I can see Isaiah Thomas being a trophy case card. I can easily see it. Now, the next card I would just say is Bill Laimbeer, because they like to give Bill Laimbeer, like, they like to give him reward cards, so I can easily see Bill Laimbeer. And he's like a 6'11 player, not that good, bad release. For a free card, I can see Bill Laimbeer, so keep those two things in mind. So next up, we got Tony Kokos. I noticed he hasn't gotten a card all year. I don't think he has. Has he not gotten a card? I don't even see Tony Kokos. Wait, I thought he has a Ruby card. I know he has a Ruby card. Okay, it's Toni. But Tony Kokos, man of defense, I can see him getting a pink diamond and opal in the trophy case part 2. He's a good card. He's a 6'10 small forward. A lot of people be happy to grind for him. I can see it. Doesn't make 2K money. 2K added so many 6'10 small forwards. I mean, wouldn't be that big of a deal. So I think Tony Kokos for the Bulls makes a lot of sense. And for the Cavs, this one got me a little bit complex because Mark Price makes a lot of sense because he was the clutch time reward last year around the same time season 2 is gonna kick off, so it makes a lot. Season 4 is gonna kick off like on around January, and he came out around January, so it makes a perfect sense. My other prediction is Kyrie. Hear me out, Kyrie is a bigger name, but they gave out Derrick Rose for free, so it would make sense. He's only a 6'3 guard, so Kyrie, and they did give out Galaxy Opal Kyrie last year as a locker code last year. So I personally would not be surprised, and they also put him on TTO boards. I would not be surprised if we see Kyrie Irving make an appearance for the 2K. Make an appearance. Wouldn't surprise me. But those are my 2 predictions for the Cavs. Next up for the Pacers, I'm going with Danny Granger. He can easily be the set reward for the division easily, but I'm going with him being the pink diamond galaxy. But he only got an amethyst card last year. He came out around the same time, which keep that in mind. They like to release cards around the same time. Like he dropped January 14th. I can easily see him being in the trophy case. I'll be surprised if he isn't. Or January 14th would surprise me if he is not there. So I'm predicting Danny Granger for the Pacers. Only one prediction for that. Andrew Bogut will be my next prediction. He hasn't gotten a card here this year yet. Andrew Bogut. He has. I don't know if he has a card in 2K23. I could check. Nah, I know he does have a card. So Andrew Bogut does have a card. He came out around November, so he can easily get another card. You know, a card that's 7 foot, but you know, would be mediocre. Wouldn't sell packs. You know, just the Mutombo. Couldn't have OP defense. You know, just average. You know, just I think he will be. That's my prediction. Next up, but for the set reward, did I forget a player? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Andrew Bogut, Danny Granger, Mark Price, Tony Kukoc, Isaiah Thomas. For the reward, I'm going with Zach LaVine or Victor Oladipo. I personally think Zach LaVine has not dropped since September 9th. He's a perfect candidate for a Galaxy Opal right here to be the reward set. He hasn't dropped in a little minute. And I mean, it makes a lot of sense to give Zach LaVine another card. And I personally, it makes too much sense. And I think he might, I'm leaning towards him more. I don't see him dropping a Tatum. I just don't. He's likely going to be in packs. My other prediction will be Victor Oladipo, because he also hasn't gotten the card since season 1, and he's another candidate for Galaxy Opal. He also is a candidate to be the pink diamond instead of Granger, but I think he would be like the reward card. So Zach LaVine and Victor Oladipo are 2 prime candidates for Trophy Case Part 2, and the last division of them all would be Southeast Division with the Hornets. Southeast Division would be the Hawks. You got Bob Pettit. Bob Pettit has not gotten a card yet this year. He is indeed in the game. So I think Bob Pettit is going to be the reward card. Doesn't sell packs. Makes a whole lot of sense. I don't see who else it could be. I mean, Cam Reddish. I mean, that's not happening. So I wish it would be Cam Reddish, but it ain't gonna happen. So yeah, I'm leaning with Bob Pettit being the reward easily, and I'd be surprised if it's not. The only card I could maybe say is Paul Millsap, but because he only got a Ruby card. But let's be real, Bob Pettit makes more sense than Bob Millsap. I said Bob Millsap, Paul Millsap, good lord. Baron Davis for the Hornets makes so much sense. He got a Hornets card last year around the same exact time, January 14th, as you can see. And he always gets a token card. They always like to throw him for free. And then he'll be a good dunker. He hasn't gotten a card since season 1 with pro dribbles out normal release. I mean, Baron Davis, would he be good? No, not really. But for a free card, he wouldn't be as bad. So I'm predicting him. For the Heat, I'm predicting Hassan Whiteside. You know, Whiteside is an interesting one. He just got a card with a 3-pointer. But I mean, doesn't mean he can't get a card in the trophy case next season. The Heat, usually get Steve Smith, he got a card. So many of the Heat players got a card. Duncan Robinson maybe, but I mean, I'm predicting Hassan Whiteside for the Miami Heat. That is my prediction that we're going with. Next up, we got Vujovic. I was looking at the Magics. I wonder if Dennis Scott's another person. Has he got a card? Has he got a card this year? He has a Sapphire, so he's also another candidate I would have, but I think this guy, Vujovic, only has 70 speed. They can easily throw an opal at him. Makes a whole lot of sense. Like I said, the only other candidate I can see is that Dennis Scott. Makes sense, but that's who I'm going with. In the Wizards is Caron Butler. He has a card. I would love to say Kyle Kuzma, but I mean, I'm just doubting it. You know, he got a card around the same October. He was a free card. I can see him easily throwing a Galaxy Opal or Pink Diamond. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what rating for the Trophy Case Part 2. I can see it. Makes a whole lot of sense. So I'm going with Caron Butler. And for the reward, I'm going to say Chris Webber. I don't think Chris Webber's in the game, but imagine like Chris Webber comes out of nowhere and he drops I mean, nobody would see it coming. It would excite the people. It would just make people excited. It would make people excited to use the Chris Webber and grind it because he hasn't been in the game all year. I can just see it. I can see it. The only other candidate I can maybe see is Chris Bosh. He's another card that can maybe potentially be in the Atlanta. Actually, South. I just say South. Just act like I didn't say that. Chris Bosh can't be it. What am I talking about? Chris Bosh would have to be in the Atlantic. So he's probably a candidate for the Atlantic with Dolph. But yeah, just ignore that. So what would the reward for that set? Well, I've got the right Timberwolves. I know Timberwolves is West. So okay. So Hawks, Bob Pettit. Hornets, Baron Davis. Heat, Hassan Whiteside. Magic, Vucevic. Wizards, Caron Butler. And the reward card. I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 5. So, yeah. And by my main prediction, who do I think the reward card would be? I'm predicting Vince Carter for the East Side. I'm predicting Vince. He hasn't had a card since season 1. They love to give him for free. They made him the Moral card last year. I can easily see it. Easily. So I'm predicting Vince Carter for... Yeah, I'm predicting Vince Carter for the season reward. 98 overall Vince Carter for the grind. And I mean, he'll be a good card. He had Michael Jordan Shifty this year. He has Michael Jordan this year. I know that for sure. I know that Vince Carter. I know he has Vince Carter, so I'm predicting Vince Carter as the reward. Kobe size up. I'm predicting it. I like the prediction. But yeah, those are my thoughts about the East. Next week on Saturday, we'll have the West and what I think the main reward card will be for the collection right before season 3 kicks off. So yeah, let me know what you think of the predictions. You think they're gonna be off? You think there's a possibility? Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, see y'all in the next My Team video.